are back live at Cedrica's Place with the one and only Theresa McClellan. Let's give it up for this beautiful goddess with wisdom stick. Clearly, I'm about to impart so much to you all. I hope you're ready for this. Theresa D. McClellan, a retired newspaper journalist, is a writer, editor, playwright, hospice chaplain, and transformational coach, yes, who lifts all and highlights women being all they are meant to be. allyouaremeanttobe.com is her website, and get ready to learn more about this powerful, amazing woman. Theresa, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being the editor behind C. Marie Shining Her Purpose Light, the one and only who wove all of these different stories and connected sisterhoods together through truth, and you just made it such a remarkable journey and reading experience. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. So I want to just start with something that I know about you that not many people do.
Okay.
A lot of people like you who have had experience being a reporter, experience talking to the intellectuals and the scientists of the world. Many people who give back, they do it in their free time. They do it, once a month. They post it on their social media. It takes a special type of person, somebody that has a true passion and heart for service, to come down from being in the world with the intellectuals and the scientists and the world-renowned people that you have interviewed like I am doing for decades, and sit on a stoop every week in Houston's hot, sweltering sun and counsel the homeless. So I want to ask you a little bit more about your legacy of service leadership, and why have you invited so many people into that world beyond just throwing a shirt or giving some food, but actually sitting and counseling them?
Thank you. Well, not everyone has anyone to listen to them. I make my living telling stories, talking to people, writing stories about them. And a lot of people don't have someone who will say, well, tell me about you, what's going on with you. They think they're not important enough to have a story about them. And the stories of people who are walking through the streets who become invisible, people just look at them and dismiss them. Think, oh, they're just whatever dismissive word they're going to use about that person that they see on the street, hold up a sign like, I need food, or can I have a quarter, or just laid out on the street, passed out. But every Tuesday, sit out in front of our church with a big old vat of water and a bunch of tables and chairs, and say, come sit, talk about your day, whatever's on your mind. And folks are like, really? And I'm like, yeah, really, come sit. And they'll tell me these stories about themselves, or they'll just unburden about what's going on, or they'll share a joy about, I got this cool shirt from this place, and they're so excited.
Wow.
And they'll be doing a little fashion show on the sidewalk, showing me the stuff. Work. Just bringing joy, or sometimes they just cry because they don't have a home. And once again, they're in a bad relationship and they're back on the street.
Yes.
And so it's just really intense stuff. But I'm able to sit there and talk to them and just give them a ministry of presence and just pray with them, or just sit and hold their hand and just let them vent. And it's like, wow, I can do this. And so it's like, this I can do.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for your time and your commitment, because everybody wants to, but not everybody does it. So that's beautiful. If we want to ever join you, where should we go?
Every Tuesday in front of Trinity Episcopal Church, 1015 Holman.
Okay.
It's fabulous.
Okay.
It's for 3 hours, 1 to 3 every Tuesday.
Beautiful. I'm going to make sure we put that in the captions.
Yes.
Okay. So one of the things that I loved about your chapter is it's called Forward Moving.
Yes.
Now, I talked about you having this wisdom stick.
Sophia.
You get Sophia, bringing her along, showing up to our retreats. And I felt so embraced by you. And sometimes there's that generational difference where I feel that even if you're showing your genuine self, people are still going to judge you. I tell people, don't add me on Facebook. I barely add people, but I added you. It is rare that I accept a friend request from people from your generation, just because I know that the way that I present is going to offend in some way, because I can't hold back that. But what I love about you, Theresa, is that you are so open to everybody. but you're also truly forward moving. I met you because you came out to a new place where you didn't know anybody. You're in a new city, a new state, and then you just say, I don't know this girl, I want to go to her retreat. And then you make friends with all of us, so much so that one of the ladies is like, can I commission you to pull all of us together to do this book project? So I want to know, does it take more courage when you're at this state to say, you know what, I can still get out and make more friends, and I can still do a new thing in myself, and to build a website, and to coach, and to continue beyond your career as a journalist and reporter? What does that take? And if there's somebody who's watching who may think they've done it all, or can't be somebody that pulls together different women, still makes friendships, what can you impart for them?
When I was a reporter for 30 years, and I was a crime reporter and a religion editor, so I yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I call it the murder and mayhem beat because I covered everything.
Wow.
But there was a point, and there were so many intense stories, not that there's so much more that I want to do. So I went on a retreat, and the bosses were like, 25 years, they give you the gold watch and all the crap that I don't want. I said, no, this is what I want. There's this gorgeous retreat in California that I want to go to. I want you to pay for that.
I know, that's right.
I said, we can't do that. Yes, you can do that.
Yes.
So they paid for that retreat.
Wow.
And there were all these women from across the world, 40 women creatives, and they were all working on different projects. I'm like, yes, because I was always a writer, and I said, this is what I want to focus on. So I made a career change and started doing all of these things that I really wanted to do, and I started working on books and music. I'm like, yes. But then shortly after retirement in 2009, I called it my decade of Job, and all hell broke loose. Michigan, swine flu hit the state of Michigan. My sister died suddenly, took her. And it started like a series of losses. I lost my sister, I lost my mom to cancer, I lost my home, foreclosure hit the state, I lost my health, I lost my wealth. It's like everything was just spiraling. I'm like, oh my God, what is going on?
Right.
And I went through that phase and through a whole decade of just losses. And they gave my mom 6 months to live with her cancer. And so I said, well, I quit another dream job that I had, working with folks who were gay and Christian and were being kicked out of their churches. I became their advocate, and we had this really cool program. And I did that for 3 years. But then my mom got sick, so I said, well, I'm going to quit my dream job and see what I can do. And thank God we had her thriving for nearly 3 years. And it was like, thank you, God. But then she passed, and I moved her down here, because Michigan winters are brutal. And so I moved her down here, and she passed in 15. And I didn't know anyone here. It was just me and my sister. And she'd been down here for 30 years, and I thought, I don't know anyone. I don't have family that I can consistently rely on. What can I do? And then I discovered Meetup, and I said, okay, well, so I started plugging in all of my interests, and I started finding all of these really cool things that I wanted to do. I found your group. I'm thinking, oh, this is cool. All these women who are doing things that want to do stuff. I'm thinking, well, I think I was 65 at that point. That's weird. I'm 67 now. Wow. Okay, so I was 65 at that point, and I started realizing that there's all this stuff I still want to do. I can still do it.
Yes.
And so I started plugging away and started meeting people and getting involved with things. And so I had to start telling myself, just because I don't know how to do it doesn't mean I'm not going to learn how to do it.
Right.
And so I just started stepping out there and saying, okay, I'm going to try this, and I fall on my butt. Okay, then when I didn't work, I said, let's try this one. So I would just try different things and started finding different things that I was happy with.
Yeah.
So I think the thing I would tell people is that, you know how they used to tell us, fake it till you make it? So it's kind of that, it's like, well, I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but I know I don't like where I'm at right now.
Right.
And so it's going to keep on moving forward and see what I can get.
Yes.
And so,
I love it. I love that you said that you can always find joy.
yes.
That's the real thing that most of us settle on.
Yeah.
You can find more joy and create more happiness.
Yes.
And it flows from you. I'm going to read this passage at the end of your chapter 28. When you ask the universe for what you want, says Goddess Theresa, arms open wide, and God pours forth gifts, are you ready?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Elaborate on that. What a powerful, powerful piece.
Yes.
If you just go to one page, you know how you get a book sometimes, and you ain't got time to read the whole thing?
Yeah.
Start with Theresa's chapter. And then write down the questions at the end of that one.
Well, this is Sophia. This is God's reminder to always keep your eyes open for a blessing. I was walking through the mountains of New Mexico, and I said, I need a walking stick. And they said, well, look around, we just had a storm. I said, okay. So I found this baby, I peeled her back, it was cedar wood. I'm thinking, thank you, God. So I polished her up and sanded her down, had some new boots, so I put the boots heel and put a boot heel on her. I'm looking, all right.
Yeah.
And they said, Risa, you are not getting that back on the plane. I'm like, so I did my Emmy Award winner. Got my baby on the plane. She fit perfectly overhead.
Oh, wow.
And it was like, so I named her Sophia for wisdom. And it was a reminder to me, it's like, Risa, ask for God what you want. God's going to say, here it is.
Yes.
Look around, girl.
Look around.
And so now it's like, every time I'm getting like, what you got for me, God?
Yes. Yes.
So that's why I say, are you ready?
Are you ready?
Because, you know, we ask for stuff, and sometimes we ask and we aren't ready. But are we ready?
Yes. So
If we aren't ready, we do what we have to do to get ready.
I love
And
it.
God gives us those steps too.
I love it.
So.
Listen, get you a wisdom stick. Get you some wisdom.
Look at what God had to you.
Yes, hallelujah. See Marie Shining Her Purpose Light, co-authored by 10 brilliant, beautiful, powerful sisters. Their information is in each and every chapter, so you can always email them and tell them how it impacted their life. We're going to make sure that we have everything about what Theresa is doing so that she can edit your next book in the caption. Thank you so much, Theresa.
Thank you.